Hola everyone, welcome back. It is Julius, aka Poppy Shampoo, back again with the Just Deal With It podcast, and today's episode is called Flowers. Welcome back once again. Thank you for watching the podcast. Every Wednesday, we drop a new episode of the Just Deal With It podcast. So today's episode, as I mentioned before, is called Flowers. Now, before we get to the podcast, I'd just like to say make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not. Make sure to hit that thumbs up as well. You can do it right now or you can do it later. It's up to you. But you should do it right now. But yeah, I'm in a very happy place right now. Last episode was about mental health awareness month because it was May, but I also felt that I had the responsibility of just letting everyone know that although the month has ended, the month of May, and we're in June now, it is important to still keep up with the awareness, just still reach out to friends, make sure they're okay, check up on them. I think that's something that we kind of lost as friends, is the ability to check up on someone and make sure that they're okay. So, if you see someone, messages may seem a little bit odd or, like someone may seem a little bit negative, just reach out, doesn't hurt. It doesn't take that long either. That person might really appreciate it. So I just wanted to get that out there just so everyone is aware that just because we celebrate it and we spread awareness for one full month does not mean you should stop, continue to spread awareness. The next thing I wanted to talk about was, the reason why I call this episode Flowers is because I wanted to send flowers, I talked about that in our last episode about just sending flowers to people that we care about before they die or things like that. And I just wanted to send flowers to two individuals today, actually, that I felt that were very, that I felt like they given me a great impact in my life lately. So, oops, forgot to put that on mute. But yeah, I wanted to first send flowers to the homie Manny. So he runs a YouTube channel as well, and he also runs an Instagram called Air Max Fitted Central. That's his IG. I'll link it in the description below. Where he sells pins, so it's actually pretty cool. Let me see if I actually have the pins underneath here. I got a little bit of a storage area under here that you guys don't know about, but I should have came a little bit more prepared. Oh, I found them. Alright, so he sells pins like these. I don't know if you're able to see it, but it's a really cool pin. Really, really nice. He created it himself, and I just wanted to shout him out. You can go to his IG, and on his link in his bio, there is more information about the pins. His store is also there, Mont Haven Chronicles. I brought some shirts from there as well. Pretty cool stuff. I'm always about supporting other entrepreneurs and making sure that they're also getting their gift out there, their craft to the world. And I really want to appreciate and shout out Manny because it was really cool of him, actually, not this week but the week prior. He just randomly messaged me and invited me to his live chat where he was talking to his hat community. He's really huge on collecting fitteds and things like that, and it was just really cool that he gave me his platform to talk about what is it that I have going on right now in life, and what is it that I'm doing with the raffle, with the merch store that's about to open. And I just thought it was really awesome of him, and I really appreciate him for that. So I just wanted to show him love for that, for giving me that same love by interviewing me. It felt really awesome. It was like the first time I felt I was interviewed ever. It was so cool because I wasn't ready, and I kind of felt like a CEO, of my own company, because being a YouTuber and then having a merch store and just doing all the things that I'm doing, I'm sort of like, the boss of my own operation, and like Isaac's also the boss of the operation. So like we're all just, juggling different responsibilities and different hats, and we're just doing the best we can to like give you guys a product that you want to see. And it was really cool that he gave me that opportunity. The second person that I wanted to shout out, I don't want to say her name because I'm not sure if she's cool with that. So I just want to shout out her YouTube channel. It's called Curly D. She just started doing YouTube, and I think it's really cool when I get to meet new YouTubers that are, just started, because it reminds me of when we first started, how nervous I was, how undecisive I was, even last year, like how undecisive I was. And, just being able to hear her story and just like be able to hear how she was struggling a little bit to figure out whether she wanted to continue to with the YouTube grind and drop videos, and just reassuring her that, I used to be so numbers like based, like I used to just focus on just numbers, and now I'm just more focused on the content itself, just enjoying myself. And I think the big turning point for me was when we started doing Fan Choice Fridays with Isaac, and it started to become so fun. So I was just letting her know, like, do things that cater to you, that make you feel like, this is what I want to wake up and do every day, or, just something that will like inspire her and challenge her, but also like, at the end of the day, you should have fun at whatever it is that you're doing, whatever craft that you're trying to do. You should always have fun. At the end of the day, your happiness comes first above all. I've always stated that. And I'm happy that she's uploading videos now, so go check out her YouTube channel. I will also link that below. She just dropped 2 videos in 1 week, which was awesome. Like, I was really excited when I saw that. I had an opportunity to see one of the videos. I'm going to try to watch the second one. And just go subscribe, go show her some love. I feel like she has a lot of potential, so I just wanted to make sure she got her own flowers as well. So those are my flowers for like this week. And then moving on to me, I guess. So things are going great, like I think each podcast episode I'm getting better. Like I'm being able to talk to you guys without feeling nervous. I don't have to rethink things. And right now I'm just in a really comfortable place. So as you guys know, the raffle is still on. It ends June 12th. We have about 22 people right now for a grand total of like 45 raffle tickets. So if you have not joined the raffle, please do so. It is not too late. I've been promoting this like crazy. It's also been fun promoting. Like, it's been really exciting. I've been having these raffle tickets with these little like toy machine like containers, and I put your name inside with your IG, and then obviously we'll pick a winner June 14 via Instagram. So for those that don't know, my Instagram is king_Julius_Caesar. So make sure you check that out. Never too late. Prizes are $125 shoes, or you can actually pick the money. You can also, second prize is a shirt, a personal shirt. Like, I'm gonna customize it for you, make it a nice shirt that no one else is gonna have. And also you can come on the podcast or decide to be on Fan Choice Fridays or even a checkout video. So I think that's a really cool like deal. And then the last one is just a $20 Cash App prize, which I might be doing a lot more depending on how much money I have by then. But for right now, I just feel like giving back to you guys is really essential for me. Like, I've been very grateful of you guys supporting the YouTube grind. For those that constantly watch the videos every week, I appreciate you. For those that are in and out, I appreciate you as well. I understand we all got things going on. It may be hard to just sit down and watch a 30-minute video or 40-minute video. So whatever time you dedicate to my channel, I'm very appreciative of it. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to just say thank you, because I don't feel like I say that enough. And with the raffle in itself, that is my way of sort of saying thank you as well. I've been really happy in general that a lot of the people that have been participating have also been subscribers already. That actually made me really happy, because it made me feel like, okay, like these aren't people that are just subscribing because I just put out a raffle. Like, they've been supporting since day one. So that's been really well. That's been helping my mental. Like, in a sense, I feel good about that. And I wanted to talk about my actual former job. Like, I thought that was pretty interesting that I got a email from them the other day, and it was like mixed emotions, because I used to work at this after school program where I was the director of the after school program, or the coordinator. I ran like that school basically. Like I didn't own the program. Like I don't want to sound crazy right now, but I was just in charge of that specific school, and I loved it. Like I was in charge, like not on some, I'm just in charge on some power stuff. I'm just like, I have the responsibility of like, having being like, being able to lead a staff and like being able to like take care of these kids that I have at this school. And it was like when I got the message, like it seemed that there may be a chance that I might be returning. Not them specifically telling me I was returning, but just letting us know that there's a chance that the program might open again for the school that I was in, like for just schools in general. And I don't know. I just had mixed emotions because I'm not really sure if I want to come back. Not because I wasn't happy there, but because we've been so locked in on this YouTube grind, and we've been so locked in on just making this like the goal. Like this right now is what we're focusing on. And it's hard because working with kids is something way different than doing YouTube. So I'm at a stage in my life right now where I think I'm a week away, because this episode is dropping June 2nd or June 1st. Or June 3rd. I don't know. But I'm at a stage in my life where I'm about to turn 28. So I can't really, like, the decisions I make, which I'm, like, some of you might relate. Like, the decisions you make right now are very, very crucial, because time is, I don't want to say time's against you, but you are working with a specific limited amount of time. Like, I'm 2 years away from 30 almost, because I'm about to turn 28. Like, and that's scary in itself, like, do I want to continue working in an after school program? That's not a knock. That's not me belittling that position, because I absolutely love doing that. That is my passion. But this is also my passion now. I've had a year and a half without working with kids, and I've been discovering just how much I love this YouTube grind, and just how important it is to me. Even if the numbers aren't the best right now and the views aren't the greatest, I'm not focusing on that anymore. I stopped focusing a long time ago on whether it's reaching its full potential, because it's a game of patience. Like we're introducing new shows, we're introducing new topics all the time, and we're always experimenting. So one thing is not always going to lead to like, oh, I'm successful. Like, to me, it's like, it's a grind, it's a hustle, it's a process, and I'm willing to ride that out. But it is hard. So hopefully, like, when they reach out, I'm able to figure out what is it that I want to do, what is it that's going to give me the most, I guess, happiness. Because that's what I've been telling you guys. It is important that whatever you decide to do in life, you do it because it's going to make you happy, not because the money's good, or everyone, I understand, has the mentality that if you get a position and the money is great, take it. But if you're not going to be happy showing up to work every day, or it's not a passion or something that you really want to like focus on, then like what good is that going to do to you? You're only compromising yourself. You're only going to feel like every day is like, I have to wake up and go to work. And I don't want to, like, I was slowly getting to that point, like when I was working with the after school. And it's even not the kids, because I love the kids, like, with all my heart. It's just the stuff outside of it, things that are sometimes out of your control. And right now, as I said, I'm in a stage of my life where I'm just not sure if that's what my priority is right now. Like, I'm more focused on this right now, like making all these things happen for myself. So yeah, like, if you guys got any advice for me, or you guys want to like reach out and just let me know what would you do if you were in my shoes, you can let me know in the comment section below. But I thought it was a really interesting email, and I just still want to shout them out, because they've given me so much. I don't have a college degree, and the fact that they have gone above and beyond just to like give me opportunities that most wouldn't get. I'm very appreciative of that. So I just wanted to shout them out for that. The other thing that I want to talk about is the LeBron James. So LeBron did a recent interview the other day, and I'm going to try to like link the video underneath as well. And also just kind of like we might just play the video real quick and then like jump into me talking right now.
Do you mind me asking if you're confirming that you did get the vaccine?
It's not a big deal.
He had broken like NBA protocols, which basically if you break NBA protocols, like you cannot play the next game. And he basically had like went to go party with Drake and Michael B. Jordan, and nothing happened. There were like no consequences, and it was like it was very controversial because like a lot of people were saying he should have got suspended or he shouldn't have not played against the Golden State Warriors. So he got interviewed about it, and for me, what was very interesting about that interview was that he was downplaying like how it wasn't important. Which, right now we're at a stage where, we're trying to take things seriously. But what really was more interesting above that all was the fact that he was talking about they had asked him a specific question, like about the vaccine. And he said, it's not a big deal. And I thought that was interesting because it was like, right now, I've seen a lot of people just talk about how important this vaccine is and just how important we should take it. And all these perks that are going around, like they're giving out like Krispy Kreme donuts. What else have you heard anything of this? I'm like kind of forgetting what else they were giving out for free.
Weren't they giving like free like tickets to like sports events?
Yeah, I think they might have been giving tickets to sports events. I know there was something else with ice cream, I believe, and like they've been giving out stuff to like pressure you to get to take the vaccine. And I thought it was really telling to me that like this big celebrity like LeBron has a huge platform. Like I think that this man has like so much. I don't know how many followers he has on Instagram, like 100 mil or even more than that, right? 200 mil.
I think. Well,
it has to be a lot of followers. Yeah. So whatever it is, like I just think he has a huge platform. That in itself, that interview, he could have said like, I understand, like, I have taken the vaccine, I have been vaccinated, or I do encourage people to take the vaccine, but he didn't do that. What he said was it's not a big deal when they asked him if he took the vaccine. So I'm not sure if he has taken it, but for me, it's like that's pretty telling, like that. I'm skeptical about taking the vaccine myself. So when I see somebody like LeBron, who I look up to, say that, it makes me even more skeptical. Like now I'm wondering. I don't want to be like these conspiracy theorists, but I'm trying to wonder now. Like, are they even telling the truth when some of these celebrities like are showing you in person that they are taking it? Like, is it even true? Like, are they actually getting the vaccine injected, or are they getting something else injected just to play off the illusion? Like, to me, it was just, I don't know. That interview just had me thinking. If you guys saw it, just let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought about it, because I thought it was very interesting. Like, I'm not. I understand if you got the vaccine because you care about your family and you don't want nothing to happen to them and you don't want to get them sick. I respect that. I respect both sides. Like, I have my reasons for why I haven't taken them as well, which is another thing that's also going to play into, like, my job. If they do ask me to come back, if they ask me that I have to be vaccinated, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to say yes to that. So, overall, like, it's just very interesting, So, when I see things like that, it just captures my attention, so I thought that was interesting. All right, let's move on to Kwame Brown, aka the Bus Life. So another sports like topic, but it's not so much basketball on the court, it's outside of the court. So for those that don't know Kwame Brown, he was a player that got drafted around, I want to say 2002, 2003. Who got drafted by Michael Jordan by the Washington Wizards. And throughout his career, he did not do so well, and he was always clowned by like Stephen A. Smith and others like that just didn't think he was a good basketball player. They called him a draft bust, a scrub, just a lot of very insulting things about his basketball game. Which, if you're an analyst or if you get paid to analyze a sport, I understand you have to be critical. But I think what's very interesting is that Kwame Brown now, like, like 20 years later, like, has now finally spoken up against these people and has gone viral. Like, he went from, like, I think 33 something subs on like YouTube all the way now to like 100 something last time I checked, or like he had a huge increase in subscribers just speaking his mind. And I thought it was very interesting because like it's like, be careful about who you talk about, like there's always two sides to a story. And I'm a big fan of this guy because I just feel like, there comes a point in your life when people are throwing so many rocks at you, or people are just shitting on you like crazy, and you gotta defend yourself. Like, you have to, like, defend yourself. At the end of the day, if you do not defend yourself, people are gonna keep picking on you, and it was almost sort of like bullying to a point. A lot of people did not take mental like health seriously back in the day, and back in the day, it was very hard for any type of field that comes with criticism. A lot of people would cross the line, and although I felt like Stephen A. Smith, Charlamagne the God, Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson, Jamel Hill, all these like sports analysts or people that had opinions on him, like I just felt like I understand like you are doing your job, but there's also a certain point where you have to also tell the rest of the story, because like a lot of people don't realize that like when Kwame got drafted, he got drafted by Michael Jordan. Now, if you guys saw The Last Dance, you saw what kind of teammate Michael Jordan is. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm a LeBron fan, and obviously I want to like make sure you guys like see Michael Jordan in a bad light. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm just saying, if you saw The Last Dance and you saw how Michael Jordan treated his teammates, how do you expect a 17-year-old Kwame Brown to come into the league and all of a sudden defend himself against Michael Jordan? Like, Michael Jordan, like, reports were saying that throughout the entire time Kwame was with him, Michael was just screaming at him. He was doing all kinds of things to him. And he's only a 17-year-old. Like, I understand it's the game of basketball. You can't be soft. You got to be, like, strong. But at the same time, I think what makes a great leader is someone that's able to adapt to all kinds of personalities. Like, if I know that I can be hard on Isaac, pause. If I know I can be hard on him and he'll be able to take it, pause. And he'll be able to take the criticism and it'll make him better. If I know that that's what I can do with him, then I'll do that. Like, and there's other people that if you know they're sensitive and you know that level of like aggression or that level of conversation that you have with them where you're very passive aggressive isn't gonna work, then don't do it. Instead, be more encouraged. Take a more encourageable approach. Like, good job. Keep going. Keep grinding. It's okay. One shot at a time. Like, there's many. Like, I think what makes a great leader is just being able to have a different have a different system in place or how you deal with certain people. Like, that's what I try to do. Like, if we go back to me working at a after school program and being like holding myself accountable, like, and being able to hold others accountable. Like, there's many different ways you can do that. Like, I will talk to a specific staff member of mine differently versus to a different staff member I would talk differently as well. Because I know each of them are going to react different in a different way. So I know what to say to a specific person because I know it won't trigger them to feel either left out, feel upset, whatever it is that they might feel with me, with that interaction with me. So I just feel like the fact that he's speaking up is just so powerful, like it's just something that I hope like others like who are also often criticized look at that as an inspiration. Now there is a little bit of him getting disrespectful and just kind of crossing the line with other things that I can't talk about. Like, that's his thing. Like, if he wants to like take that route, I'm not saying like talk about people in that way, but just the fact that he's defending himself, I think is something huge. I think it's something that you should be like, that's a guy who's defending himself. Like, I just thought it was an interesting story. Like, just the fact that this was so long ago, and like for those who watch basketball and know his story and know what he's been through, and just the fact that these analysts never hold Michael Jordan accountable, like, at all, in like this whole situation of like, you gotta understand, you're a 17-year-old kid coming into the NBA. You didn't go to college. You went straight from high school to the NBA, and you got all this pressure on you because you were a first-round pick, and now you have Michael Jordan as not only you have Michael Jordan as your as the owner of not the owner of the team, but just in charge of the team, and then as a player. So it's like, what are you supposed to do? Like, you know how this man is. Like, you're gonna look crazy if you start lashing out. Like, your career would be over. So he also spoke about that in his videos, and I'll link like his videos in the description below as well. But he's spoken about, like, you know, how there's always two sides to a story, and you know, there was so many times where he wanted to talk back or he wanted to say something to the media, but he couldn't because he had kids. You know, a lot of these basketball players, like, it's not just about them. They got families to raise, they got kids to feed, and you know, like, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to, like, you know, suck it up and take it on the chin and just keep it moving, because you know, you're fighting for your livelihood. Like, it's not easy. So I commend him that he's in a place now where he can defend himself and he can talk about all these things, and I'm hoping platforms like First Take or Undisputed or First Things First, or Get Up, like, give him the opportunity to, like, come onto their shows and talk, because I just think, like, there's more to him that we don't know about. If his basketball career didn't take off, at least give him an opportunity as, like, an analyst, or just give him opportunities, you know. So once again, like, I'm a fan of his, so shout outs to Kwame Brown, and his YouTube channel name is also hilarious, The Bus Life. I just thought it's a funny name, so shout outs to him. How much time are we running right now? How much time do we have?
26 minutes.
26 minutes. Okay, cool. So the last thing I wanted to talk about before we ended was once again, guys, I've been going to therapy. Things have been going really well, and my mom the other day was like telling me how, like, there was a song that my father had, like, listened to. That's how I heard it when she spoke to me. Now, what I didn't realize was that the song she was talking about was actually a song that a band had made about my father actually passing away. Like, it was an actual song about how he passed away. And I was like, when she sent it to me and I was listening to it, I was like, wow. Like, you know, I haven't had a relationship with my father because I never met him. Like, he passed away before I was when I was 1, so we never made any contact of whatsoever. So I never really had the opportunity to, like, know who he was. So there's always a huge mystery of, like, who my father was, like, because I'm always getting you know, details about who he was from like his side of the family, and then details from my mom, and there's always, like, people that I encounter that talk to me about my father, and it's hard for me to believe anything because I've heard so much about him that I don't know what is true, what isn't true. And his death as well has always been, like, something that's been a mystery, you know, like, how did he pass away? Like, I'm always hearing various versions, and just hearing this song for the first time ever, like, I'm 27, about to turn 28, and I'm finally hearing of this song. I didn't even know this song existed. It came out in 1992, I believe, and it's also on iTunes, which I thought was crazy. It's, like, on iTunes. It got put into iTunes around 2000 because that's what it says when I looked up the name of the band. And I don't know, I didn't feel anything because I feel like right now in the place that I'm in, I don't really feel any, like, emotions, just because it's hard for me to really feel anything for somebody that I didn't know. That's what I told my mom after, like, I reviewed the song and I, like, you know, try to process it. I was like, I don't really know how to feel because I never met him. Although the song in itself is sad. It's a sad song, and I'm not really going to get into details. If you want to hear the song, I'll link it as well. But I also thought about, like, you know, should I even talk about the topic? Like, would it look bad on me? Like, I don't know. I thought about it and I was like, you know what, like, what I've learned, like, from therapy is that sometimes you just got to talk about it. Like, you know, you just can't bottle things in. And you guys are, like, I would say this YouTube channel has been my family, you know, has been, like, where I've been so transparent. I've never hide anything from you guys. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I, like, reached out to the band. It's a Mexican band. I reached out to them and I asked them, like, you know, who okayed the song, because I think, you know, it's very important to me that I know who okayed it, like, because there has to be, like, you cannot just create a song based on, like, something that you heard or something that you, like, are not it's not accurate. So I'm sure someone had to come to them with, like, what happened and how both of these people passed away, because it's a song about two guys killing each other. So it has to be, like, someone, like, in whoever's camp it was, like, from my father's side or from the other person's side, which they're all family at the end of the day. So which is what makes it even more crazier. And I just wanted to know, like, why would you make a song like this? I felt more angry in the beginning when I heard it, because it just seemed like, why would y'all make a song about, like, specifically how someone passed away? Like, especially since it was like both two people murdering each other, stabbing each other to death. It just didn't sit with me. It didn't sit with me that someone would make a song like that. And then when I spoke to my mom about it, she just talked about how, like, in our culture, like Mexican culture specifically, they make this type of genre called, like, corridos, like, and they basically are songs about just, like, death and things like that. And just I don't know if that's them honoring people who passed away, but it just didn't sit right with me. Having to listen to a song about how your father passed away was very difficult at first. And then, like I said, once I realized that I don't really know this man at all, I could only imagine how hard it was for the other side of the family, for the person that also got murdered that day with my father. I can only imagine if that he had kids, how his kids felt. Like, that's what I was really thinking about more, which is the crazy part, right? Like, I wasn't thinking about me. I was thinking about the other person who killed my dad. I was thinking about their family, because I was like, how would they feel if they heard this song? Do they know this song exists? And even after reaching out to the band, they they told me who it was, and it turned out to be somebody that was from my mom's side of the family, which is also weird. So then me and her spoke about that, and it's just this grand mystery, and I feel every time I'm getting closer to discovering, like, the truth, or just discovering my father in general. Like, I always end up with more questions than answers. So I just think it's very interesting. I'm not gonna overthink it. I think I'm at a stage in my life where now I'm ready to accept things. I'm ready to just leave the past in the past, leave things behind, and just continue to move forward. I feel like there's a lot of things right now going on in life with me that are positive, and for me to dwell on something that already happened 30 something years ago in 1993 or 1994 just doesn't, it just doesn't make sense. I just have to accept it for what it is and move on. But I wanted to share that with you guys, not to end on a sad note. I just want to remind y'all about the raffle again. So hopefully I didn't make you guys sad, but I'm good. Once again, thank you guys for hearing the podcast. I appreciate you guys. Next week's episode should be a good one, because it's going to be about birthdays, so stay tuned for that episode. And once again, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate it. And stay tuned for the merch video as well. I'm really excited about doing that video, so stay tuned for that. Lots of good stuff. Raffle's still on, and love you guys. And once again, I am Julius, aka Poppy Shampoo. Thank you for watching the Just Deal With It podcast, and I will see ya next time.